Wind Sprinter. I tried going to bed and couldn't fall asleep, so I'm here coming back to this quilt that I'm long arm quilting for a customer. So let me go get my cell phone so I can read the chat comments as I do other stuff. So I'll show you some of this when it quilts out, but let me go get my phone. Look like it's a lot of you guys up today. Trying to get some light because it's kind of dark over here in the corner in the middle of the night. Let's see. This has a light on it. Whoa, I got you all sitting on a box. My thread broke. So let me pause this. I got you all sitting on a box trying to get some light up here. And I moved you all up higher. So, okay, we got thread break. And I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what happened. But let me check my bobbin just in case. I think I changed the bob in the previous row. Yep. So it's not that, but let me clean it while I'm here too. I pushed everything back to put the camera right here. I just got one little countertop to put all of my long arm supplies, so I don't really have a lot of tabletop. May as well clean it since I'm here. I know I cleaned it the other row, but so other people are up besides me, couldn't sleep. I tried going to bed because I got something to do tomorrow. But it doesn't seem to be working. Trying to figure out, like, I need a place to put this light so it shines. Not necessarily it, but let's try this one too. It's just a dark corner. It's just a weird spot. Okay. So line this back up. And put the bobbin in. So I'm gonna see who all is up. I saw Wind Sprinter was in here. I want to get this going again. So just need to rethread part of it. I don't even know why it broke, because it shouldn't have. Okay. Let it down a little bit. All right, now let's go to where it stopped. Just gotta find it right here. Check mark. All right. So I want to see who's all up at almost 2. Well, it's after 2 now. 2 in the morning. Sharon Bright says, can't sleep. Why are you up? Same thing. Lynette Williams. What in the world are you doing up? I normally go to sleep like 5 a.m. anyway, but I was planning on going to bed today. I've been in bed since like 10 o'clock trying to sleep and will not fall asleep. I've tried reading. That's not working, so I decided to get up. Zondra's here. Jean Green. Susan Baker. When Sprinter says she's off her sleep cycle. Sharon says, yeah, I just did some dishes and crawled back into bed to watch a Jesse Stone movie I have seen before. And I even tried watching some stuff on YouTube that I wanted to see. And then Mary Wilson of Minnesota says, oh my, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Right, what are you doing up? I came in here, said I may as well, I got like 4 more rows down to finish on this particular quilt. So I'm like, well, I may as well go start one. I knocked my trash can over earlier. I just picked it up. I got stuff I need to clean up. This is part of the sorting. This stuff right here that I've been doing using my long arm. I don't have anywhere to put it right now, but I need to get it off because the next quilt's going to be going all the way down. So still working on some sorting, but I need to get some quilts done as well. I really wanted to clean up the spot where I got the camera, but down there it was too far for you to see. So I'm like, okay, I guess I won't be cleaning that spot. I don't feel like messing with this right now. So I don't know what else. I still got this batting I need to use over here. So part of long arming is you have to pick up every stray string of thread. So just trying to get it out the carpet with the sticky sheets here. Otherwise, you clean it off your quilt top. I quilted 2 before this and didn't clean up. So now I got it on this blue and I need to clean off the quilt. So we're going to clean up before we do the next one. Get all the batting fuzz because everything just hits the floor here. Wind Sprinter is asking when the thread breaks, how do you lock the stitches so they don't unravel if washed? As you can see, I got it on computer sewing. And so whenever the thread breaks or I run out of bobbin, I can tell this machine exactly where I want it to start. So what I do is I overlap the line by maybe 1/4 of an inch. And then it also has where I can set how many tacking stitches I want. I set mine at 4. And then so it's overstitching on the tacking stitches over 1/4 of an inch. And then it goes from there. So it's not going to come out. You can most definitely wash it. And that's the same thing that would happen if I was doing hand. If I was moving it with my hand, it would be the same thing. And guess who Nancy said? We're either night owls or early birds. I think we're night owls. Well, I know I'm a night owl. You can tell I'm in sleeping clothes. So I'm like, if I can't sleep, may as well get up and do some of this. So that's what I'm doing. Is anybody actually sewing that's in here up at night this early in the morning? What type of long arm do I have? I have a Gamma Vision 2.0. It's a 22-inch reach on a 12-foot frame that's also by Gamma, because you can put Gammas on other frames as well. But I have the Gamma frame, the Gamma light bar that I all bought in the same package. These 3 major things came all at once. And then I also bought wheel casters as well. It's getting down to the end. I have a video on things to consider when purchasing a long arm, and I tell you how I made the choice of Gamma at the time that I bought my machine based on what was in the marketplace and the current pricing. And then in a second video, I show you what I got with my purchase and how much it cost. I do tell you how much it costs. And my computer system, I added on, I bought my machine in 2015, about August, and I asked them to hold it until January of 2016. So I've had it since January 2016. I've had the Butler computerized system on it since January of 2020. Jean says she's not sewing because she's trying to be quiet and not wake the household. That's pretty funny because my husband told me it don't matter. It's like, I don't hear it. When he sleep, he sleep. It, you know, I hear everything. Helicopter, because we live close to the airport, so we have sometimes military stuff going on at night. But I hear everything. It's doing the tacking stitches now to end. Now he might hear me talking because he knows to listen for my voice, so I might wake him up because I'm talking to y'all. But normally he sleeps through everything of the machine. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this quilt top. So I've got to put my needle down so when I roll, it knows where my nesting spot is. Take everything off. So I'm just basting the sides now so that my hopper foot doesn't get caught in that as it's quilting the pattern. Okay. Press start. Lynette says she's driving. Oh my, be safe, girl. Mary says, I'm recovering from quadriceps tendon surgery and I'm 6 weeks out but still wear a straight leg brace. I wake up and have to move my leg. Okay, so that's very painful. Seems like some of my tendons get really tight in my leg. I've had one snap but didn't break or anything. It was the most painful thing I have ever experienced. So I'm sorry you having to go through that. Jean says she's a light sleeper too. Yeah. Girl, anything happening, somebody talking, walking on the street or anything, or like some of the cars, the noisier cars, I hear that type of stuff. I wake up for everything. Only time I don't wake up for that type of stuff is when I'm in deep sleep, and I don't get into deep REM sleep too long. I wake up. If you open the door to the bedroom or light come in through the window or something, I wake up. Does YouTube pay time and a half for overtime? Girl, please. YouTube don't pay me enough as it is, so. But yeah. I'm just surprised there's 19 people up this time of the night. I have a friend, one of my friends from Atlanta, well, my only friend in Atlanta. I got family, one family of my family is in Atlanta, so only one household in Atlanta. But my friend in Atlanta, she's in St. Louis, so we went to lunch today. We went to Cooper's Hawk. I don't know if you all been to that. It's a restaurant and winery. And they do have, it is a chain that they have in other states. And the food is always really good. So. When Sprinter says, hit the thumbs up button. So, yeah. I'm just here chilling. I'm not doing much. Just trying to get this area a little bit more cleaned up. So I don't have to clean the quilts as much. I keep forgetting I need to clean the quilts after I put batting onto the carpet. I have carpet under here. This is a carpeted floor. And it's really good padding, because I don't have to put any mats or anything down for long arming. My padding's really good. I'm standing here barefoot, and I don't tend to have issues with my legs or feet from doing long arm quilting. So, but the carpet does grab your batting. This was my third quilt that I put on here, and I didn't clean it. So, I cleaned it now. I'll let you all see the quilting. So you're going to be moved a little bit. Let me cover you all up. I still got you all covered up because when I moved, I knocked some threads that were on my shirt onto the quilt. I'm just getting them off. So let me reverse the camera. So I'm stitching This is a row by row quilt. She's got like some of the license plates here. And it seems like it's a music theme to me. So I am using my music canto. And now I'll just sit you on the camera so you can see some of it stitch out, because I'm not talking about much. And I can't see your comments because my phone's over on the other side, but I don't think there's any comments that have come up. The problem with quilts of lots of color, this is the only black part. Black always, white batting always beard through on black. Navy down here, it will do some, but not as bad, if you can see the difference between the black and the navy here. And it's also showing up because this is a really good camera, but it's not even this bad looking in person. It doesn't even show up that bad. I'm trying to see what the message is that just came through. When you use the computer, does it also control the speed? I still control the speed. I have a speed button that I can increase or decrease on my screen. So I stitch at 30% of speed, because when you're dealing with points, it depends on how well the digitizer of the design is that I'm using. And I don't know who digitized this particular design, but when it goes into some of the points, some of them are pointy, like two or three of them are pointy, and then I've got like one that should be a point that isn't, like right here. It's in the top part of your screen. That should be a point, and it isn't. And I tried reducing my stitch, like adding more stitches to the inch, like you normally quilt with 12 stitches to the inch. And I've tried as much as 15, but it just takes longer to stitch out. And then it also, I may not get the point anyway. So I just let it do what it's going to do. It just depends on how well that design has been digitized. The color thread I'm using, let me see if I wrote it down. I know it's blue, but the color is called Yale Blue by Signature, number 06007. And then I always use bottom line and a bobbin. And for that, I have bright blue, number 636. I always use bottom line thread for my bobbin because it's a thinner thread that can get more onto the bobbin. I'm on my second bobbin on this quilt. I'll use 2.5 bobbins to complete this quilt. Right now I have 64,000 stitches. The machine's been moving for 1 hour and 35 minutes, but it takes time for me to load. It takes time for me to, nest my seams to do the next row so that it comes up. And this row here, I can't find out where I'm at. This row here isn't running into the row up here. So I have to plan, all of that. You can't just take stuff off and just roll it and expect it to be in the right position. You have to plan all of that. So we're getting down to the end, just about. I wanted you all to see that the machine does its own tacking stitches. I can tell it I want 10 tacking stitches and it'll do that. The default is 3, which is what most people use, but I like having that one extra stitch. I find it does help. I got my hand all over the camera. Hold on. Let me go this way. So the default is 3, but I set it to 4. If I had a design that needed jump stitches, You can set how far you want your machine to do a jump stitch. I have 15 inches, but you can set it for whatever you want. You can set it that it won't jump for more than an inch, or you can set it where it can jump 50 inches if that's what you want. So you can set all of that. Sorry, I'm holding it, so it's, and I've got my iPad, so y'all know this is heavy. Good morning, Jim Bennett. You're up too? I'm trying to rest my elbow on the long arm, but then it's jumping because I'm stitching, right? So it's not really staying stable. Let me take my arm off. And this is iPad Pro. It's big, so it's got a little weight to it. It's not like a smaller camera or my cell phone. And Jim said he's up most nights. See, I'm a night owl too, and then don't call me in the morning though, because I sleep till about 11. I was gonna say today, but technically yesterday, Friday, I made a car appointment and they had like a 2 o'clock appointment, and I'm like, can you get me something a little earlier than that? And because I hate driving in rush hour traffic on one of our particular highways. It's just jam-packed during rush hour. And they got construction on it as well. So then they come back and say, well, we could do the next day at 7 a.m. And I'm like, OM to the G. But I don't even know if I'm going to go to sleep Monday night. I think I'll just stay up. 3 hours of sleep, something like that. 2 or 3 hours of sleep is not going to do it. Look like we got one more rotation of this design, one more pattern for it to fill out to get down here to the end. And the end is going to be up at the top part of the quilt where it's going to be doing the tacking stitches. My husband's gonna look at me like I'm crazy after I keep talking and wake him up. I don't even know how much power I got on this iPad. I didn't check any of that. So it's going to end right here, and it's going to do the tacking stitches. 2, here's 3, and number 4. And then it'll stop on its own. And then on the screen, it's nothing. It just stops because there's nothing else for it to do. And then I know that I need to nest and redo the quilt. Oops. Let me put this back on temporarily so we can pull that tension. Let me take this off. 2 more times to do this. Got 27 people up now. It's increasing. All right. Sharon says, are those magnet strips that hold the quilt? Yes, I float my quilt top. And so then I use the magnets to hold my quilt top on the sides. And then I have a ruler right here, and this helps me keep it square on the frame. Alright, so we're ready to start back up. Done everything I need to do. And my phone is not showing me if anything is being chatted. Okay, so I think that was it. I'm hoping you all can hear me because I don't have any mic. My mic, I haven't figured out what's wrong with my mics yet. It just cuts off like it's dead. Okay, thanks. So she can hear me loud and clear. Okay. And thanks, Jam, too. And Wind Sprinter, both of them. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do a video talking about, like, my top things that I use for long warming. or my top ones that I like. This ruler is one. The magnets are one. How I load is one. The things I use to load with. Not how I load, but what I load with. Bottom line thread because of volume. This is what I load my quilts with. This is some extra pieces. Let me take one out. I use what's called leader grip. This snaps onto a pole that's inside of my sleeve of my leader that's onto my machine on the rails, on the frame. So this is what I snap into. I like these better than red snappers because these will stop the red snappers. When I put this on there from what they have, it makes it so that it rolls. This keeps it from rolling because it's flat instead of rounded. So I like, these are leader grips. I like that better. I broke my leader grip holder. It's over here leaning like it's drunk. But I'll talk about that. I'll show all of this. I should have a video of what I store these in because you got to store them somewhere. So I do have a video on something that I made using batting rolls and, you know, the cardboard that batting is rolled onto. I use that because it's thicker. And Mod Podge. So, but I have a video on, I think I uploaded a video on that too. Hi, Nana Mona. She says, hi, Teaquilts. It's too bad you couldn't have a foam mat or something on the carpet so the batting would not stick and you could still walk there. Probably could. It's just that I probably would have to, if I did that, I'd have to like cut it specially to this size. But yeah, I guess I could. But the other thing with computerized quilting is that you need to clean up. You need to clean up your rails and everything. So it just, I had cleaned the rails. I just got lazy and didn't clean the floor. And I have, I don't know where it's at. Let's see if I can find it. I have one of the ones that you use on floor. I used this today because I got you all propped over here and I can't get to my stuff over here. And I don't want to knock anything over. I'm trying to see if I can see it, but I don't. I've got a longer handle, one that you use for floor, that you buy in your house cleaning section. That's what I tend to use here. It has a long stick, and then I can just roll it, but I didn't see it over here. Maybe I used it in the kitchen and didn't bring it back. I put it with the mop and broom over there maybe. I don't see the handle, but that's because I also got you all propped up on an open drawer on top of a box, and the box is covering everything, so I can't see behind it. But yeah, but you have to constantly clean with computerized because you can get one thread on your track or on the machine. When I say track, it's like this little ticker. You know what ticker tape is, or ticker tape. Our things run on an X and a Y axis, and if you get thread in there, or if you get it on the machine in the wheels that roll on that, one thread can knock the whole machine out of whack and make it hit the bar, your take-up bar. So you always are constantly cleaning with machine quilting. Jim said he bought some 2-inch strips from Dollar Tree to play with. The quality not too bad. I was kind of wondering about the Dollar Tree fabric quality. I haven't bought any fabric from Dollar Tree to test it out. So I was always wondering about that. So that's pretty cool. I know I've seen people making using them, but I have never touched it myself. And now they got the nerve to not be called Dollar Tree anymore. They $1.25. They need to change their name. They're going to go up again, though. I've been hearing in the news that they're talking about they want to put everything at $5. And I'm like, if we wanted to pay $5, we would go to 5 and below, you know? So I feel like if they do that, a lot of Dollar Trees are going to be closing. Because people are not going to do that. They may as well go get a better quality because they're still going to give you that same quality. He's making pot holders. Yeah, that's a good thing to use them for. A good test too. Because pot holders will probably get washed a lot more frequently than a quilt will. So you get to see how the fabric holds up. Not that you're expecting it to last forever, but you get to see what frequent washing will do. So that's good. I wish this was my row by row, but I haven't sold a block. Haven't sold a one. I'm in the collecting phase still. Oh, she's got some small ones too. Small license plates. I don't have small license plates. Lynette says they go to $5. They can keep it right. I'm like, $5, you can go just about any place talking about that they're trying to change their clientele. I'm like, rich people shop in Dollar Tree. What are you talking about? And it's $1.25. So you saying you don't want the poor to be in your store? Like, okay, we're going to see who's going to be in your store when you put it to everything at $5. Any tips for a sit-down manual table model? Long arming is also appreciated. That is, other than invest in an automated computerized machine. I wouldn't tell you that. I actually have one of the girls in my small group. She has the tabletop, and I'm thinking it's Handy Quilter. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, or it could be a Simply 16. I don't know. I think that's by Handy Quilter too. I think it's Handy Quilter if I'm not mistaken. And she loves it. I didn't realize that she doesn't baste her quilt. She just starts in the middle, put her 3 layers together, and she just starts quilting. I've only tested manual sit-down machines, and not really tested it because it was never something that I was interested in purchasing. So I've only sold on them a couple of times at quilt shows where I've tested them out. I haven't done any in-depth studies on that just because I knew it wasn't something that I wanted, even though the frame itself, the framing system cost a lot more. And I did not have, like I said, I didn't have computerization when I first started. It took me 4 years to pay for my computerization. I was doing all hand-guided before then. So I think no matter how you get it done, you get it done. I've got people that use their home sewing machines and do queen-size quilts, and looking at them, you'll think that they came off of a long arm frame. It took them a very long time to do it, but they got it done without having to pay somebody to do it. They just took the time. Probably took them about 2 months to quilt it every day, but they did it. Lynette says that their fat quarter bundles are $5. See, I don't know that because I don't go in there. I haven't been in there in a long time. It's not like I don't go to Dollar Tree, I go there sometimes and get some tape when I run out of 3M tape. I prefer 3M tape because the Dollar Tree tape is so thin. But I do get it if I run out and don't have time to go get it from another store. But I don't know what their stuff pricing is anymore. When Spencer also saying $5, let them put it on the ballot and we can handle that at the polls. She's so silly. Talking about they looking for a different clientele. I'm like, what clientele are you looking for? Somebody that shop at the $1.25 store, right? So, and it's not like people are poor, but it's like, okay, if I'm going to buy a pack of pens and I can get them for $1.25, I'll get them over here instead of going to, say, something like Walmart where I got to pay maybe $4 for them or something. But I'm definitely not going to go to you if you're charging me $5 for something that I can get cheaper somewhere else anyway. Because everything in your store is not $5 of value. So I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe they're going to change what they're stocking because you got to do something. It's almost getting to the end. I like that it's got all kind of notes. Full note, quarter note, half note, a treble clef. So, and we're at the end. When I get back to the other end, I'm going to clean it again to get lint. Lint is just created from the friction of going in and out of the batting, so I try to clean it every 2 times I roll. You know, if you ask them, they'll tell you to do it every time, but I'm like, nope. We don't have time for that. Now, top and bottom takes the longest because now I got to base the entire side and bottom of the quilt. So it takes longer. Make sure I'm still in the frame. All right, so I put pins in the bottom before I baste it down because I don't want it moving as I'm basting the bottom. So this just makes sure everything stays where I want it so there'll be no puckering. All right. Then on the last row, I take it down to the bottom. See if I need to make any adjustments for stitch density. This needs to be pulled down just a little. So I'm going to do that. And then I check it down here just to make sure again. And we're okay. All right, so we're going to baste. Pins back far enough that I'm not going to run into them. Got stuck by one of the pins. All right, got the basting done. And then take out all the pins. And clean up this last part. All right, got it on regulate, go back and tell it we're ready to start. Last row, success. Kim said, I heard it was for certain items such as pop that sell for almost $2 a bottle and other things they lose money on. And then Joe, I don't know. I just heard $5 blanket. That's when they first was talking about it, but I didn't go and research it. And then Joe Taylor is here saying, hello to you and everyone enjoying watching a pro long arm quilter. No, just up because I can't sleep. I was trying to go to bed because tomorrow's going to be a long day, but maybe I'll go to sleep now that this quilt's done. It takes about 14 minutes to do this on this particular panto. This our little piece of lint. I forgot to clean it. Well, it's the last one. We're going to let it go. I forgot. I'll clean it. I clean it all the time anyway when I'm changing thread, so it'll get clean for the next quilt. But I wanted to clean it for this row, but I didn't. It'll be okay though. I have used the whole bobbin and I cleaned it before just to test it and see, so it will do it. But I try to do it every 2 rows, every other row. So yes. I haven't done any more sewing on the t-shirt quilts either. I've been working with this. I quilted a test piece and then 2 charity quilts and then this quilt. So I got so many quilts in the queue. I think 3 from one person. This lady, my thread just ran out. Whoops, pause, thread break, sir. We've got a thread break. Because I knew it was going to run out. Oops, I'm still pulling bobbin thread. So it didn't run out. It's getting close though. My thread just broke again. So we're going to clean it out. I should have cleaned it out. Since it's breaking, we're going to clean it out now. I don't think that was the problem, but let's see. We'll see. We might have enough to finish. We'll see. Find my lint rag, clean up the tray. I use those microfiber cloths from the Dollar Tree to clean all the lint, and then, you know, I get 2 for $1.25, and I pitch them. I don't even try to wash them because they got all them threads in there. I just pitch it. They're great cleanup rags. So I'm gonna cut this thread right here. You know, it went over a piece of applique, so I'm wondering if that was what broke it. I've got to rethread you. And I need to cut this thread. Get a point, straight edge, I mean. So, we're going to start you right here. Say check mark. Hey, Teresa. Good morning. This whole row is applique, so we'll see if it breaks again. Teresa's waving. It's like, what are you doing up? Yep, it'll be great to get some quilts out. This month I'm doing quilting for the month of April. And then May I'll be making t-shirts. Because I use this long arm for just about everything. Because that's where I put my cutter to cut the t-shirts. Do all the weeding and stuff back here. Well, that's my next job for May. I need to have those done before retreat. Teresa talking about I need to go to sleep. Girl, don't we all? I got stuff to do tomorrow. But I think I'm going to be sleeping in a little later than I planned. I have my friend in from out of town. It's her birthday. They're having her party tomorrow. So I'll probably be a little bit late. The party starts at 5. I'm going to try to get home around 8. So we'll see if I can make that happen. She knows I go live on Saturday, so. And she's having it at an Irish pub. She's Irish. And so she's having it at an Irish pub. So this is going to be real fun. And I can't drink. I don't drink a lot anyway, but I'll probably get one drink or something when I first get there. And then after that, I won't get anything else to drink. Because I'm only going to be there about 2.5 hours, so. Joe says, I had to resubscribe. Wasn't getting notifications for a while. We'll try to stay awake till the end. I like Dollar Tree fat quarters. Haven't washed the top yet. So hoping they're good. This is fun. So yeah, I almost feel like, you know, considering how older fabrics weren't well made, I'm not 100% like a fabric snob. I do like the better stuff because of the feel. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't hold up. Older fabrics held up without all the specialty stuff that we have available to us now. So, I used to buy stuff from Walmart. Walmart used to have really good quality fabric at low prices. I've even bought, you know, whole boats. I said I'm just selective in what I buy from them when I do buy. But, not every piece of fabric in my stash came from a quilt shop. 95% of it did. So I've got, how many people do I have quilts for? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got, after I get through with these, I still got, no, 5. I got 5 people I got quilting to do. So some of them got multiple, some of them got 1. So I have others of her quilt maybe 2. But she needs this one first. So I put this one in place of her other 2. So I'll be going to the next person on the list after I get this one done. And then I'll put her like next to last because somebody gave me something after I got this. So her other stuff will move next to last, and then the other person I have will be last. I hit the frame. It did a little skip. I hit the backing. It made just a slightly like not straight curve. Got a zig and a zag in it. We're almost done. And I'm glad because this one, it was long. It was 97 inches. So that was long. It took me 9 passes to get this done. So Jim talking about nothing beats petites. Got that right. There's some people like they have sold all of their regular cotton fabrics, like what you consider, they consider those to be calicos. Although there is a line of fabrics style that's called calicos, but your regular 100% cottons are considered calicos. And they've gotten rid of all of that and only use petite cotton. So, hey Yolanda, what you doing up, girl? Cherie Tropic talking to Wind Spencer on the first ones, and then she says, "Hi T, I'm glad you are on when I can join the live. It's been a long time. Hi to everyone else too, of course." She's telling Wind Spencer that she has a sit down and really love it. Even with the extension table on both sides, it takes up about 1/4 the space of a long arm. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. And then my friend was saying that she doesn't even base. She just puts the 3 layers together, starts in the middle, and she says that that's how she was trained when she got it. Because I didn't know you could do that. And I was really impressed with that. And her quilts come out fine. And I've seen the back of them, and there's no puckering or anything. So it works. I'm ready to get this off. Meet me in St. Louis. I wonder if these notes are really true. I need to look it up now. Or did they just make it up? They got a blue note on here. So you know they talking about the blues. They got a fleur-de-lis. They got a bluebird and the arch. I guess the state flower, but they didn't put the cardinals on here. But they got a blue note for the hockey team. Hi, Emily Zahoots. Says, hi, Miss T. Surprised to see you live now. Just got up here a little after live this morning. It's 9 o'clock over here. Hello, Teaquilters. Well, hello, Emily. Therese says, I used a few pins on the edges, but I don't base. I do stabilize where I'm intending to ditch stitch anyway though. So once that's done, the quilt is really stabilized, even king size. Right. But my friend, she doesn't do any custom. I don't know if she, well, I guess she could do some custom, but most of her stuff is just an all over design. But she will go around appliques if she needs to, but she said she's never put a pin in a quilt. And I was like, really? But that's cool. I think there's a place for everything, you know. It's a skill set to everything that can be learned. Gorgeous Rose is here. Good morning to you. And she says, hi T. I just about to go to bed, putting in some ocean sounds, and your live popped up. 2:20 a.m. here in Texas. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock here. 3:20. So yes. I don't use a computer. I do custom only and a lot. Yeah. I haven't seen a sit down that does customization. So yeah. I did all free hand quilting for 3 years straight before I got the computerization. I do it for stitch in a ditch, custom quilting, things like that now. But if they're paying me for regular price all over Panto, then I just use my computer because I normally go do something else. I was cleaning up my area here on the first pass. Now I'm just standing here. So, yeah, it's almost done. I'm going to try to see if I can go to sleep now. Maybe it was because I wanted to get this quilt done. You learn a lot quickly when it's not computerized. I don't know if I'll say that because some people don't have a desire to do any hand quilting. And if you want it done, you just need to learn the computer system to do that. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. It just depends on where you are and what you're doing. This is that piece. I'll cut that off later. That's that piece that I pulled the bobbin when it bobbin thread broke. So we're done. I'm gonna cut this thread. And then I just roll this all the way back to the far end of my machine. I do all of my, on this end, I do all of my cleaning, bobbin, threading, all of that stuff down here. And because all of my supplies are stored down here. So then this customer doesn't pay for trimming. So I will just fold this up right now, and then I'll take it outside, take photos of it, bring it back in the house, clean it up, and clip any extra threads. And I see I got this bobbin thread right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clip that right now. put it right there. I'll leave this out because I'll be back tomorrow morning and loading my next quilt. So I just pull this up so that it's ready to go for the next day. And I need to clean this leader. And I may as well wipe it down, and I might oil it too. So get all of that out the way so I don't have to worry about that tomorrow. Well, later today. My leader, blue and black are horrible colors to work with. Okay. Just put this on here to lock my leader so it doesn't move. Keep it tight. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take this towel and wipe everything down. Take this bobbin out too. Do one more clean, although I just cleaned it. So may as well do this so I don't have to do it when I come back. It's not that dirty because I just cleaned it. Sorry about the armpit. All right. I leave the machine threaded. In the event, I'm going to use the same thread, number one. Number two, once I figure out what thread I am using, I can just cut it right above the spool and just pull it through with once I knot it, so I don't have to rethread the whole thing, because I got to do one more spot. Yeah. I'm going to do down here in this bobbin, but I want to take the thread out the needle so it's not trying to stitch. And once I did that, I saw another piece of lint. piece of lint. And clean, put that needle down again and clean where it's on the top that goes in. All right, so now when I come back later, whatever time I get up, this machine will be ready to go. I'm not even going to cut it off because I'm coming right back. I got too much stuff to do. What else? It's not supposed to rain, so I should be okay. And I think we're just ready to go. Because if I get back in bed and I can't fall asleep again, I'll just come back and load the next quilt. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed any comments. Rose says, I've had a Longhorn for 9 months and I have a lot to learn. No computerization except for stitch regulation. And I do have some videos on Longhorn quilting, especially when I first started, that shows you some stuff that I like. One of my favorite hand quilting, hand guided things are swirls. I like those. I had seen a video from Jamie, and then I went and showed you how I did mine based on his video. But I love swirls. They're one of my favorites. And Cherie says, it's an adventure, yeah. So you're going to regret being up this late. Not really, because I'm normally up this time. That's probably why I didn't fall asleep. I was trying to go to bed early. I didn't take any naps. And still couldn't fall asleep early because I knew I was going to have a long day tomorrow with my friend's party. Sleep well, tea and quilters. That's from Yolanda. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I got to wipe the other side of this frame down, but I can do that tomorrow because I got to go back there to change thread anyway. So I got another towel over there on that side. So that's all I've got to done. I've done everything over here on this computer side. I just need to go down in the tracks, and then there's also space right in front of the track. I don't like leaving dust there either, so I make sure I clean everything off. You should do it every quilt. I do it about every 3 quilts, to be honest. You should do it every quilt. But yeah. Rose says, I will look at your past videos on swirls. Thank you. Yes, because I do have them, and I have a lot of stuff that's hand guided. That's not necessarily a whole lot, but I have done like test pieces that I've shown. So just look on my YouTube page, and it should be there. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Thank you everyone that came in here tonight. I'm sorry I'm leaving everybody now. I have a feeling I'm not going back to sleep, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I don't even know how much power. Let's see, because this iPad it's at 20% now. iPad's at 20%. So I don't have no chargers or anything. So I just came in here with whatever I had. And I'm using my power box to give me light up there and light down here, and it's still dark over in this corner. So, but I will see you all later tonight. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, although I have a feeling I'm going to be a little bit late, so give me a chance to get home and get situated and get on the live. So, again, I have a friend that's having a birthday party tonight. Starts at 5. I don't know what time it ends. It's at a bar, so it technically can go all night, but I'm not going to be doing that. So, I will see you all. Just don't know what time I'm going to be there. So, if I'm late, that's where I am, okay? You all stay blessed. Be safe, everybody. Quilt out. Good night. Go to bed.